famous M&M lab. There's probably been like 8 million of these done. Um, the last video today was super long, and it was like probably the hardest thing. I think it's probably like one of the hardest pieces of the entire course before we jump to Novas, which is at the end, or chi-squares. But please reach out if you have questions about it. But we get to the M&M lab. Do you need to buy M&Ms for this? Sure. Let's eat some M&Ms. It's good for you. Chocolate. Somebody did a research article thing about chocolate before and how it was like useful and like helped them out. So for tests and how it like relieves test anxiety. So eat some chocolate while you do this. I'm gonna share my screen. I'll go through the lab. But here we go. So we're here. I'm in the modules, and I'll just explain how this lab works. It's just like the other lab. Uh, can't believe we're already down to lab 2. Do you have to do the discussion? No, let's just leave questions for other people to help you out. If there's not a date on it, you don't got to do it. Isn't that nice? So I did 5.2. I basically did everything. Wait, let's see what practice chapter 5 assignment and review is. Okay, yeah, sweet. So everything for this chapter will be done after this video. This will be the last video for probability. Isn't that nice? And then it's normal distributions, which there's no way I'm doing today because these videos took so long. Let's go into the lab and get excited about it. Probabilities. Instructions for lab 2 can be found below. There will be discussion if you want to, blah, blah, blah. Let's look at this lab. I've done many probability things with this. I'm just downloading it so I can draw all over it for you guys and gals and theys and whatever you identify as. I understand that all of this statistics stuff is just boys and girls, but I understand some people don't fall into that category. So for everything that's boys and girls, if you hate it, I'm sorry. All right. Here we go. Enable editing. I'm going to draw all over it. Draw. Sweet. We're going to use a pen. All right. Which M&M color are you most likely to get? What color would you most likely get? What color would you least likely get? Most likely and least likely, we're talking about probability. So to conduct the experiment, we are not able to count all the different colors of M&Ms that were created. So we're not going to calculate or will be created. So we are not able to calculate a theoretical probability. So you actually have to buy a bag of M&Ms. If you can't afford a bag of M&Ms, can you make one up? I will survive if you make up your data. Okay, I'll survive if you make up your data. But this is basically theoretical probability, and this is like what you would get. Okay. But we're going to do an experiment. So you actually have to buy a bag of M&Ms. Could you make one up? Yes, it just will not be as fun. Remember that the larger the bag size, the larger sample you have. So you separate your M&Ms into each color. This is your total. You count how many are in the pile. Organize your data in a table and answer which one's the largest quantity. I don't know if it's blue, green, brown, yellow, red. I think those are all the colors of M&Ms unless I'm crazy. Which one has the smallest one? Is this what you expect it to find? The calculations are simple. So you calculate the probability. It's just whatever it is out of the total, then you do your relative probability. Remember, the more likely something is closer to 1. All right, and then you just answer the questions. Are there any equally likely? Ooh, some that are the same. So based on yours, based on whatever you get up here, you just multiply. So you just make your predictions, however total you had, and then just see how, if I had a bag of 50, what would this be? If I had a bag of 100, 250, or 500, what would these be? If you want to be real fancy, what would I recommend to do? Scientific notation. That's always fun. And when I say bar graph, you can make it on Excel. You can draw it. I'm going to prefer you to make these on Excel. I need titles. I need a title here. I need a title here. I need the main title for what you're talking about. And I would really like it if you could make these on Excel so it looks pretty. Okay. And then you write a paragraph. Awesome. I don't think there's anything hard about this one. What's the best part about it? You get to eat the bag of M&Ms when you're done. If you want to do this with Skittles instead, guess what? I will accept it. Don't do Reese's Pieces, because Reese's Pieces, I believe, are just orange and brown. But if you want to use your own candy, guess what? You could pick any candy you want as long as it has at least 5 colors. You have a candy with 5 colors, like a Skittle, an M&M. I don't know. I'm old. I don't eat a lot of candy, but you can make it whatever candy you want. I hope that's fun for you. And let me know if you have questions. If you can't afford one bag of M&Ms or Skittles, make it up. It just won't be nearly as fun if you make it up, and you won't have any candy to eat. So that's the directions. I hope that's clear of what I'm expecting. And oh, sorry, I'm a big liar. So what do I want? They say that they want the ratios of fraction. You have to make this what? I will take off for this. You have to simplify your fraction, and you have to give me the percentage based on the simplified fraction. So make sure your fraction simplified. Anything else? No, I don't think anything else. This is so easy. And I hope it's fun for you, and I hope you learned something. So that was it. That was the whole thing. If you have questions for me, guess what? Reach out. I'll Zoom meet with more students. I'm always happy to Zoom meet with everybody. If you want to bribe me, just got a really nice letter from a student. Another one's been sending me stuff. I'm very amenable to bribes of any sort. I'm just kidding, but feel free to just let me know what makes this course better. What would you like? And any other information. Besides from that, enjoy your day.